Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk. Um, it is November 1st, so welcome November. Um, the kids and I do 30 days of thankful in November. So usually during breakfast or in the car on the way to school, or sometimes if we don't get to it at night when we're saying prayers, we say one thing we're thankful for each day. So I am starting with an extra hour um, because it's Sunday and we get an extra hour, which is awesome. Okay, so the roll call was, what is the one thing you really love to do, and do you do it often enough? So I'm going to tell you my answer, but you can't laugh at me. One of the things I really love to do is write rhymes, like rap rhymes. Obviously, I'm not going to go out and try to become a rapper, but I do love to write rhymes. They're probably terrible, but I love them. I love hip hop. If you know me, you know. I work in it. I love it. I listen to it. I connect with it. It is hip hop. Like rap is something that you do. Hip hop is something that you feel. I feel hip hop. And I love to write rhymes. Do I do it often enough? No, because I think I'm terrible. But I do love to do it. Totally random. So let's read some of what you guys love to do. Jamie Smith, sit around in my PJs all day and do nothing at all. No, I don't do it enough. There's never time for me really often enough to do that. Yeah, I also would love to sit around in my PJs all day, but that's not my life. Natasha Gui, read. It's like when I was in theater when I was younger, it was kind of like an escape. Funny thing is I didn't really enjoy it when I was a kid, and now 3 kids later, I love it, but I don't get to do it nearly enough. I also love to read. Do you know how many times I get into bed at night and I'm like, I'm not going to turn on the TV, I'm going to read. And then I start reading things on my phone, which is technically reading, and fall asleep. So there's no like magazine reading unless it's Good Grit because I'm editing or whatever. Taylor Bradford. I really love to take walks in the fall, but I don't get to do it enough. Ever since I got Ace, I take a lot more walks. But I too love to take walks in the fall. Fall is my favorite season, so I love that. Lori Saxon, spend time with my kids and grandkids, and every day wouldn't be enough. Agreed. Carrie Anderson, write poetry. I keep them private. My husband always says turn them into a book. They are my emotions, my stories, and I should do it more. You absolutely should because it's completely therapeutic. Nicole Fritz, read. I do an awful lot of it. My brain needs to be distracted and it helps me focus. Melissa Sweeney, PFO, sleep. And my twins are 7 and I still don't get to do it often enough. Amen. I have no voice left from this weekend. Soccer mom, screaming like a lunatic. Lauren Patterson Bowles. I love to be on the beach with my kids, walking or just sitting in the sun listening to the waves. I don't do it nearly as much as I should. Neither do I. I love to listen to the sound of the waves. And I have kids where like the second I sit down, it's like there's a alarm attached to my bottom. My bottom hits a chair and it's like, Mom, psh, Mom, psh, Mom. I'm like, how is that even possible? Valerie Lopez. I love to read, but since having my son and being a full-time student, it's been a while since I've read something other than college textbooks. Super excited for your book, though. Hubby already said he's getting it for me. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you. I think you'll enjoy my book. It's fun, but I love to read. Toshira Condon. I love to bake, and not nearly as much as I used to. Halloween treats were always my favorite. People who love to bake love to bake. It's like therapeutic for them. Meanwhile, I like to cook, but I don't love to bake. And all I can think when I'm baking is, oh my God, there's so much to clean. So much to clean. Shay Dean, I love to cook and shop. I don't do either very often because both things cost money, which I have absolutely none of. I also love to drive, but I do that pretty often, so all my money goes to gas. Eden, Elkin, Dominic. I love to go out dancing. Okay, so we're sisters, obviously. My husband and I went out all the time. Now we're older and I have a child, so it doesn't happen often. So when I get a night out, I make the most of it, even if only for a few hours. I can't close the clubs anymore. Well, I also love to dance. I wish secretly all the time that someone would open like a little private club in Birmingham, but there's nothing. So I dance with my kids. We dance all the time. I love to dance. Megan Petty Garrett. I love going to the movies and getting all the junk food I want. I don't do it as often as I want. A family of 6 is a little too much to spend at the movies. Okay. Okay, we are all kindred spirits. I love to go to the movies. Sometimes I think I go just for the popcorn. Sometimes I do go just for the popcorn. I love the movies. Jennifer Hill. I love watching my shows at night. I don't get to do it regularly because of how busy I am. Sleep always seems so much better at the time, doesn't it, though? Blair Norris. I love to spend time with my mom, and we don't get to do that nearly enough. Isn't that the truth? Sarah Cordoza. I love going to church. It doesn't happen as often as I'd like. Honestly, I also love going to church. I do go every Sunday, but I could go more. I just don't. Mandy Lewis Majors. I love to write, and no, I don't do it nearly enough. My soul needs a pen. That is a great line. My soul needs a pen. I love that. Michelle Severino. I love to sculpt and paint. It's something I do daily. It's my happy place. That's great. You're lucky. Okay, let's see. A lot of us love to read and write. Lourdes Garcia. I love to read mysteries, and I treat myself all the time. Lourdes, you might appreciate that I just interviewed Patricia Cornwell for Good Grit magazine. I love thrillers, mysteries. I love all of that. And I love that you treat yourself all the time. Judy Owens White says, I love thrift store shopping. I could spend an entire day going from one to the next. And no, I don't do it often. Even with low prices, the struggle is real. My mother loves to, I can't say this, thrift store shop. She loves like flea markets and things. She just loves to browse and look. Betsy Boo. I love sewing. I really love to do it for the money to help my husband out, but I also just love to do it. That's great. I wish I knew where you were located because I can't sew a button. Emily Does Hope. I would have to say bargain hunting for incredible finds at thrift and antique shops and auctions. That is great. I do not love to do that. I have no patience. When I shop, I like to go in and get what I need and come out. Unless I'm just really in the mood to look for shoes, I could browse for shoes and try on shoes literally for months. I could lose months of my life. Okay, so there are so many good ones here. I love them. I think that any of you who get to do what you love and make time to do what you love is so wonderful. I'm going to try to set aside, I was going to say 30 minutes, but that's not realistic. I'm going to set aside 15 minutes a day to write rhymes. Maybe one day I'll share one with you, but don't hold your breath. Okay. It's Sunday. It's the 1st of November. It's new beginnings, new week, new month. I love it. I love you so much today. Have a great day.